So the American president has said that there is no time frame for ending this war that he started on Iran after he extended the ceasefire between the two nations indefinitely. Now, this is a clear departure from Trump's initial claims that the war might not last longer than 4 to 6 weeks. Now, Trump has now told his favorite news channel Fox News that there is no time pressure on the extended ceasefire or the upcoming peace talks. The White House later repeated the claim, saying that Trump has not set a deadline for Iran to submit a peace proposal.
I know there's been some anonymous sourced reporting that there was maybe a 3 to 5 day deadline. That is not true. The president has not set a deadline himself. Ultimately, he will dictate the timetable.
All right, Trump will dictate the timetable without having put a timeline on when the next peace talks will be. Now, Trump's latest remarks have put another big question mark over his strategy and the objectives in this war. The US currently maintains a blockade on all blockades against Iran. It has cut off Iranian ports. Iran, in turn, maintains its chokehold on the Strait of Hormuz. A report has said that Iran maintains more military capabilities than the White House or Pentagon has publicly admitted. There's also a very fragile and an indecisive ceasefire in place. Despite Trump's claims, there is no clarity over any round of talks again with the Iranians. And earlier, just hours before the ceasefire was set to expire, Trump in fact opted to extend the truce and to give Iran more time. The White House claimed that the gesture is an overture to encourage Tehran to adopt a more conciliatory approach to negotiations.
This is a battle between the pragmatists and the hardliners in Iran right now, and the president wants a unified response. And so as we await that response, there's a ceasefire with the military and kinetic strikes, but Operation Economic Fury continues, and the effective and successful naval blockade continues as well.
All right, so that is what Caroline Levitt says, that Operation Economic Fury by the Americans continues. The extension also shows an uncomfortable strategic reality. There is currently no clear path to force an outcome that is favorable for Washington. While the war has not resumed, the conflict is far from any resolution. Now, Trump also faces conflicting pressures, rising domestic discontent and international unease over the disruption caused by the two blockades. On the other hand, allies such as Israel and the hardline sections of the establishment are demanding for a more aggressive stance by Donald Trump. Iran is betting on this dilemma. It is hoping that it will be able to outlast the Americans on the economic and political consequences of the blockade. Washington, for its part, is confident that the pressure will eventually fracture Iran's position. Iran, however, has maintained a pretty definite stance. Even as Trump administration is claiming a divide between the hardliners and moderates, Tehran is in fact stuck to a unified messaging so far. For all the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.